All these ideas are out there, and some of them, that people there, they think they're ideas that I've had, but I'm actually getting them from somewhere else, and I know they come with the tag, this is probably Chris's idea, but not necessarily so. We may work with Trevor again in the future, and he's so stuck into his movie career right now, though, that I don't see him jumping off that gravy train that he's on very easily, because he's doing so well at it. But he's expressed interest to want to play live again at some point, and so it's in whether it would be with or without Jon, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's getting to that point now, though, where you have to respect other people's wishes in the band, and if some people want to wind down their touring career or the amount of shows that they're willing to do, and other guys want to work more, then we may have to have a kind of a come and see yes in this, or if you're lucky, maybe certain people will be there that night. I don't know.
Well, one of the stories that seems to have found favour at the moment, and you've kind of already done this in a way with the Union tour and album, that somebody suggested, why not do it as a one-off, film it, record it, which of course is always one way around things, of the entire, like a history of Yes. You get something like the original lineup to do a few songs, and then sort of Peter Banks drops out, and you do something from the Yes album, etc., and work it through that. I mean, and maybe bring everyone at the end to do a version of Roundabout, which I mean, in thinking of the amount of people in Yes, that would be an interesting concept, I think.
I haven't heard that idea before, but it's not that unintelligent an idea. And it's something that may be worth thinking about. I need to make a note of all these different ideas, and then sit down and mark them like essays or something.
You don't want to get into the thing, though, of course, of Yes by committee, do you? Because that is just never going to work. Yeah, I mean, I think.
I was going to just add, though, that when we did do the Union tour, which where fortunately for me there was only one bass player. And fortunately for Jon, there was only the one lead vocalist on that as well. But I know they had varying degrees of difficulty, I think, for the other musicians who were playing guitar, keyboards, and drums. But having said that, there are some live recordings of that, which, of course, for some ridiculous reason, we never recorded, or whoever was promoting the tour didn't record. But I've heard the bootlegs that are out there that do sound quite amazing. And that particular, larger than life, yes, just with the extra sound involved in having 8 musicians on stage as opposed to 5, is very impressive on the bootlegs I've heard. So it's not beyond the possibility that one could go into that realm again. But I think it just needs to be planned very well.
It would have to be if you were going to involve everyone, including Peter and Tony and Trevor and so on and so forth. I think planning is everything as regards that. But that would certainly give. I mean, I've seen the DVD, which I think came out on Laserdisc in Japan at the Union Tour, which is the Shoreline gig, which was pretty good. And
really?
that
I don't think I've even seen that.
Well, I'll do you a copy. I have a copy. I'll make sure you get a copy of that.
Thank you.
But it's very, very good. And I think that certainly would be something that a lot of fans would be interested in.
Do you know?
It's on an unofficial label.
Okay, fine.
But I'll see that you get a copy of it as soon as I get home. I shall make sure you get a copy. But that is certainly something that would find favour with a lot of fans. I mean, I guess a lot of fans would just like to see Yes back on the road and also maybe doing an album. But from a fan's point of view, it's never as simple as just, let's go and record an album and then go and tour. I mean, it hasn't been that simple for a very long time. Probably the 60s was the last time it was that easy, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, one would like to think that things can be done as easily with less complexity than was possible to do it then. Sorry, I'm fumbling on my words. But no, let's hope that we can pull something together that's going to be interesting.
Well, I hope so, and I know that the massive Yes fan base is there ready and waiting for you guys to do whatever you want to do, and I'm sure it will find favour. Maybe not every quarter, but I think a great deal of the fan base would be very happy to see you guys out there doing it again.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, great.
That's great. Thanks for that. Really appreciate it.
Not only did Yes end up recording Every Little Thing, which is probably the song you're talking about, on our first album. But prior to that, we also, on our live show, did Eleanor Rigby and I'm Only Sleeping, which are a couple other, but they never made it to. I don't think they ever got recorded even at a John Peel session or anything. So we did the 3 Beatles songs. Maybe there was one more, but it slips my memory right now. But we definitely did those. And of course, yes, also covered stuff from the Magic Garden album, which was Jimmy Webb songs. I think they were, which we liked. And what were they called? That vocal band.
Fifth Dimension.
Fifth Dimension, exactly. Yeah. So there was quite a bit of Yes cover versions of Fifth Dimension songs, and
Even a Broadway song as well.
yeah, right. And Something's Coming from West Side Story. So eclectic little band we were.